Hi, everyone. We got the second game of the NBA Cup group stage for these two teams. This one has a little more meaning than your average regular season game. With Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines tonight, Allie LaForce. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Take a look at the Spurs. They've got the #1 record in the conference, and because of it, each night out, their competition is going to bring it right at them. And, of course, there's the Warriors sitting in second place.
And seeing where the Warriors are, they're proving that all the talk we heard about them in the preseason was warranted. What a role this group's been on here early on.
And you want to talk about hitting the ground running? They've done exactly this, and you've got to give a lot of credit to their coaching staff for getting this team locked in early.
So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Curry is out there with Booker. Then it's Nowitzki, and it's Bird, and it's Robinson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Spurs, they've got Pippen. Antetokounmpo is out there with Chamberlain. Then there's Jason Tatum, and it's LeBron in at the 3. The San Antonio Spurs able to put the first points up on the board. Curry finds Booker. Now Nowitzki. Golden State moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket. And for these teams, tonight's game will count not only towards their regular season record, but also as their second game of NBA Cup group play.
A higher level of attention. All these games nationally televised, so how will players perform with the light shining brightest?
Here's Pippen. Following the basket by Larry Bird. Tatum's shot is off. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mitch Johnson. Tonight, his team has a huge assignment, containing all-star guard Devin Booker. He told me Devin is as good as it gets at the 2. He's always applying pressure. His shooting is great, but we don't talk about Book's ball handling enough. He is lethal in that regard as well. Back over to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, thank you.
And that's just too easy. The size, strength, length, no way to stop Chamberlain once he gets the ball in that close.
Now here's Booker. Real disappointing game for him in that loss to San Antonio. Curry outside. Chamberlain with the rebound. Spurs have gone 2 or 3 here to start off the game. Hey, Greg, kind of a combo forward. Tatum at 6'8", more than capable of playing up at the power forward position.
And that's where he's mostly played the last few seasons. And his rebounding is more than just serviceable. Credit him for the strength he's added over his career.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Now here's Pippen. 11-point game his last outing. Now here's Curry. Booker outside. Back to Curry. Over Tatum. The shot by Curry, no good. And so Giannis will bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Trailing by 4. Pass to Booker. Tatum against Curry. Another miss by Curry.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
James looking it over. On target from 13 feet.
Now understand this, when LeBron James entered into the league in 2003, that's when lots of players were actually taking mid-range jumpers.
And some changes here for the Spurs. George is checked in for Pippen, and it's Drexler in for Jason Tatum. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for the Warriors. Allen comes in for Booker. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, outside Butler. Back to Curry. There's the 3. Chamberlain with the rebound.
And to put things simply, this has not been his quarter.
LeBron outside. Back to Giannis. Fades and shoots. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And when Giannis is hitting that midi, best of luck. He truly becomes unguardable.
Here's Drexler. That one's in. His first shot this game.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Butler finds Nowitzki, and the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Spurs. DeAndre Jordan comes in for Chamberlain. Scottie Pippen is subbed in for James. Golden State also making some changes. McHale's checked in for Robinson, and it's Bird in for Curry. Now here's Nowitzki, and they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Nowitzki with the screen on George, and the Warriors miss again.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can threat him with the lead pass. Well done.
And here are the Warriors now, following the bucket by the Spurs. Allen passes to McHale. Nowitzki against Antetokounmpo. 5 on the clock. McHale with a screen on Giannis. Here's Nowitzki. And nothing is falling for him right now. Spurs leading by 4. Giannis is double. Butler against Pippen. Giannis sets a screen for Pippen. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Pass to Allen. Butler, a screen on Drexler. It's Nowitzki on the wing. Over Jordan. And so the first quarter is in the books. Spurs out in front as they wrap up the first quarter on a 12-3 run. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Spurs.
Showing their energy so far, sprinting up and down the floor, getting out in transition and taking advantage.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end.
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Jimmy Butler is out there with Allen. Then there's Bird. Then there's McHale. And it's Gasol at the 5, home in the paint. Now here's McHale. Nothing on the board, and finished off by Gasol.
Given how crafty Gasol is, it's difficult trying to stick to him, especially in these screen and roll sets.
Drexler with the ball. Allen defending. Lets it go from 14. Drexler's shot is off. Warriors trail by 5. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Butler against Pippen. Now here's Butler. He's covered closely. Rejected by Pippen.
A leap at both ends. Pippen sees the play develop and then the perfect timing on the block.
And that rejection had some mustard on it. Huge, huge play.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
And some changes here for the Spurs. Chandler's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Jason Tatum comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Jenkins in for George. Booker, he's checked in for the Warriors. Pippen against Bird. High post, Pippen. It provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game.
Merciless move by Scottie with the ball, completely unbalancing the defender.
Now here's McHale. On the wing, Bird. Gasol setting the pick for Bird. To the paint. Gasol, no good.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
And you look at the addition of Jimmy Butler. G.A., why has he been such a fit for the Warriors?
He really is an unselfish, high IQ superstar, and that's what the Warriors are all about. And his isolation, interior scoring has given them another look offensively.
Now here's McHale. He has yet to score. And Gasol with the dunk.
Yeah, and it doesn't take much elevation for Gasol to throw one down, of course, unless somebody's standing right in his way. That dunk is going to be easy money for him.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout, looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. For San Antonio, Antetokounmpo's checked in for Chandler. LeBron comes in for Drexler. And it's Paul George in for Jenkins. Then for the Warriors, Nowitzki comes in for McHale. And Curry subbed in for Ray Allen. Bird against LeBron. Pippen, the pass to LeBron. LeBron going to work inside. And this NBA Cup, Greg, it's patterned after the WNBA Commissioner's Cup, which we all enjoy, and that started back in 2021.
Well, the W had loads of success with the Cup format. The basketball world took notice, and I think that is a major reason why the NBA started their version in 2023.
Such a wizard with the ball. James always finds the open man.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Curry against Pippen. 18 feet out. Curry can't get it to go.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Looking at the last game for San Antonio, it was a win against Golden State.
Yeah, and in that one, they caused a lot of misfires with their intensity on the defensive end.
They were hustling to get in front of every play they could, always getting a hand in the shooter's face.
Here's Bird, and he drew the blocking foul. He'll go to the line for two. It goes on Jason Tatum.
Few players have the overall game of Larry Bird. Obviously, we know he can shoot the lights out, but he's also an elite level passer.
First team foul. Shooting for Golden State, Larry Bird taking 2 shots.
Throw good. Bird. Chandler's checked in for the Spurs. Drexler comes in for Scottie Pippen. Butler, he's checked in for the Warriors. He's perfect from the line this time.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see him miss.
And so Antetokounmpo looking over it. Out to Chandler. 4 on the shot clock. And it's James missing. Warriors trail by 7 to the inside. And stolen by LeBron. Giannis with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. They grab their own miss. And Antetokounmpo on the follow.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks, Kevin. Devin Booker's focused on hooping and leaving a legacy. He said, my thing is, and Kobe said it too, inspiring the youth is everything. A kid grows up and is like, man, I want to be Devin. I want to dress like him. I want to play like him. And that's what makes me wake up in the morning. Kevin?
Truly a role model for that next generation. Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report. Here's Booker, following the basket by LeBron James. Nowitzki inside. He's guarded by Chandler. Nowitzki with the muscle.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. It's like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
On the wing, Chandler, defended by Nowitzki. Giannis passes to Tatum. Stolen by Bird. Booker outside. Curry on the wing. And we finished one half of basketball. Spurs lead by 7. And Allie LaForce has got something now for us from the floor. Allie, take it away.
Here with Coach Steve Kerr, your defense struggling to contain them in the first half. How do you remedy it?
We got to get back in transition. We got to make them feel us. You know, they're just running anything they want. We've got to at least disrupt the stuff they're trying to do.
Thank you, Coach.
Allie, thank you for that interview. And now we're at halftime. And we'll be back to bring you more basketball after this.
Greetings, everybody. Before we review the first half, let's take an early season peek at how the Western Conference is shaking out so far.
Well, looking at the Warriors, it's still early, and we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but right now, they are easily the best team in the league.
Well, we knew they'd be good, but we didn't know they'd be this good. And time to take it back to that first half now. How about what Giannis Antetokounmpo was doing?
Giannis is an absolute freak, a Greek freak, if you want to be literal. He gets what he wants, no matter who's defending him. He's been the difference in the game. But what else is new, Kenny?
I'll tell you what's new. This outfit. What do you think, Shaq?
Diesel approved.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, one half to go. You look at Antetokounmpo really making a difference here.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
The question now is, will the defense keep letting him punish them inside? Or did Coach have some new ideas for them?
And so Giannis will bring it up for the Spurs. They've led by as many as 11 points. Chamberlain is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Tatum. Then there's Pippen. And it's James in at the small forward position. And that's the 5 to begin the second half for Mitch Johnson. Here's Curry following the basket by Giannis. Booker finds Nowitzki. It's Dirk getting it done inside. Spurs leading by 7. Outside Pippen. Now James. He has 6. Inside, here's Chamberlain, and it's Chamberlain finishing it off.
It's harder to thread those passes inside, but the reward is evident.
Bird outside. And Booker kicks to Nowitzki. Pass to Curry. Just 5 on the clock. The inside game of Stephen Curry.
With his touch, Curry can beat you from inside as easily as he can outside.
Giannis dishes to Chamberlain. Outside, James. With the drive. Fantastic work inside by LeBron.
Something lit a fire under them at the half. They started this quarter going 3 for 3 from the floor.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Check out the leaders in field goal percentage as a team. Number 5, the Spurs.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
Curry kicks to Booker. Nowitzki outside. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
When you look at the recent big threes in the NBA, RJ, it seems like they failed more than they've succeeded.
That's because some teams just acquire stars without considering how their games will complement each other, often forcing guys into a role that they're not suited for.
Here's LeBron. Wow, LeBron still hustling.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Curry kicks to Booker. Pass to Nowitzki. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Nowitzki's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes. And let's take a moment here to see some of the numbers for Giannis Antetokounmpo. First in steals, and he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And as you said, number 1 in steals this season. He's the sneakiest ball hawk in the league right now. Hide everything you've got because he's coming after you.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
On its way from Curry for 2, and another basket for Golden State.
You see players around the league trying to copy Curry's one-motion shot, but there's only one step.
LeBron passes to Pippen. Back to LeBron. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Too reckless with the ball. He's hurting his teammates with these mistakes.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Paul George is checked in for Tatum. The Warriors also with a sub. Allen's checked in. Now LeBron. After the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. Bounce pass Pippen. George in the post. Curry meets him. It's good. Chamberlain got 6.
But here's the problem. No one's got the strength to move Will off his spot, and no one has the height to challenge the shot at its point of release.
Now, here is Bird. 6 points for him. Shot is good, and the Spurs lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Nowitzki.
And that field goal percentage climbing now above 50%. they look like a different team here in the second half.
A shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron.
As competitive as any, Giannis there delivering the three-point response.
Curry passes to Robinson. James against Bird. Robinson a screen on James. A wide open look for Bird. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for two.
And surgical around the hoop. Robinson forces your hand as the defender.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Spurs.
They have found a lot of success in transition, running at every opportunity and getting points before the defense can get set.
And just a great job converting those second chance points as well. They're having a great night getting those second and third shot opportunities. Yeah, and Robinson is a franchise-defining talent, a chiseled, powerful center, a remarkable leader.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Jordan's checked in for Chamberlain. Peyton Watson comes in for Antetokounmpo. Clyde Drexler's checked in for James. And it's Elo in for George. Now here's Drexler. Pippen sets a screen for Drexler. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you can see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the Spurs. George comes in for Craig Elo. Here's Butler, still without a basket. A rebound by the Spurs.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Pippen finds Drexler. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And Drexler throws it down.
How about the explosive vertical there? Not much you can do to stop Drexler once he gets to the rim.
Allen surveying the D. Three-pointer, Butler, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And we've reached the end of the third. It's San Antonio. And a moment ago inside the huddle with head coach.
It's picking us apart, right?
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Warriors trail by 8, so with McHale sitting on the bench. Here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. They've got Nowitzki. Allen is out there with Booker, and it's Marc Gasol, and it's Butler in at the 3 spot. Now here's Allen. Pass to Butler. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Jenkins with it. On the wing, Giannis. To the middle. And there's Jenkins. That's good on the assist by Giannis. And the Spurs lead by 10. Warriors shooting well. 50% from the floor. To the inside. Butler. Hammering it home.
And that's what they want to see from Butler, a take-charge mindset, that desire to attack the rim.
Down low, here's Jordan, and Jordan throws it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Inside, tipped away. Good work defensively by Nowitzki.
The defense really made this an uphill battle, and he just couldn't get there.
And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
Boy, that was bad. It was like they were running different plays.
And timeout called by Mitch Johnson. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Chamberlain comes in for Jordan. And George is subbed in for Drexler. The Warriors also with a sub. Robinson's checked in for Marc Gasol. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Over the last break, I listened in on Mitch Johnson's huddle. He said to his guys, this one is not over yet. You have worked hard for this lead, and we are not about to give it up now. Stay focused and keep hustling. Back to you guys.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. Now here's Jenkins after David Robinson's miss. Here's Young. Rejected by Nowitzki. To the paint. Here's Allen. And Allen slams it in.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Booker's shot is good.
This is Booker at his most dangerous. No hesitation right there.
George looking over the floor. Giannis' screen on Booker.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And so it's Mitch Johnson calling timeouts. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. A different look now for San Antonio. LeBron, he's checked in for Jason Tatum. And Scottie Pippen is subbed in for Paul George. Bird, he's checked in for Golden State. Stephen Curry comes in for Ray Allen. First free throw is good. And so he hits both. And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. And it's time for an injury report.
Guys, I caught up with the head athletic trainer for San Antonio. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. A return to the floor was very 50-50. It's the kind of injury that would sideline many players, but everyone's built a little differently. So, guys, he's going to brave it out.
Allie, thank you for the update.
Yeah, there's a lot of anticipation around this, as always, when dealing with injuries.
Spurs making a switch here. Tatum's checked in.
Jason Tatum.
And here is Antetokounmpo. Chamberlain a screen. Lock at 6. Stolen by Robinson. Here's Bird. Bird tough inside.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Now Antetokounmpo. Physical basketball from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Rebounded by Tatum.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. You've got to have better shot selection. I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Larry Bird. First personal foul. Third team foul. LeBron James. Shooting crew.
He hits the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8.
I think everybody knows how good LeBron James is, but the thing that makes it remarkable is the longevity of his talent, and he is still leading the way for his team.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 9-point ball game. And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Curry against Tatum. Nowitzki with the screen on Tatum. Launches it. It misses. Spurs leading by 9. Outside, James. Five to shoot. Antetokounmpo outside. Launches from deep. Robinson there for the rebound. Bird looking it over. Nowitzki with the screen on Antetokounmpo. Bird outside. Does not go in. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game. A 10-footer. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Warriors ball. Substitution on the court.
And here are the Warriors now. Allen misses the 3. Here's Drexler. And so it's the Spurs with the win. And they're off to a great start in the NBA Cup, a 2-0 record in the group stage.
And in this format, you need a third win in the group stage. So with 2 games left, they're in great position.
Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForce has got something for us.
Thanks, Jason. This team is on a roll. Plenty of energy on the sidelines. How much fun are you having out there?
Winning is fun.
Good stuff, Allie. Thanks. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
Hey, 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 yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, 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 yeah. Tell me what we on, I'm on the same. I plan for cuz ain't nice, I hate them. Yeah, I feel the safest when the club let me bring in. All you wanna see is smile again. Ain't they facing? They don't know that they contribute to the dairy payment. Say she don't around with shit. Think you gon' me for free, what you with? Yeah. When all the smoke like a. Hold on, brother, chase him. Say my name, I pop up like the boogeyman. The game over, dropping bangers with no hooks. And free my brother Leak. I hate I'm putting money again. Yeah. If you ain't never. Calm down. I know, so I approached her with my palm out. Was on that LG in the county ring song.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of...
Well, 2 of the best guards in the league going at it today, Grant. Is there a bit of bragging rights on the line?
You know, maybe not for the players themselves, BA, but the fans will absolutely use this game as evidence when they argue why their guy is the best.
And a look at the starters for the Bulls. Nikola Jokic is out there with Chet Holmgren. Then it's Jaylen Brown. Then there's Cade Cunningham, and it's Edwards in at the 2. 3 on the clock, and that one's good. Holmgren.
And you got to defend better than that. I mean, that's a good look for him.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
Now here's Johnson over Cunningham. A shot by Johnson, no good. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. I caught up with the Nuggets head coach. Right away, we got to talking about Jaylen Brown, and he said he's going to make trouble for us, but with strong coverage and fast rotations, I think we'll do a good job limiting his production. Some confident words from Coach on how they'll slow down Brown's output tonight. Guys, back to you.
As always, Allie, we thank you. A nice shot by Bryant.
What a move by Bryant, pulling out his tricks to confuse the defense.
And the big finish by Holmgren.
He's used to sharing the love. Exceptional timing on that pass.
Going into the offseason, Clark, a priority for the Nuggets was adding depth.
Jokic himself bluntly made it clear that's what they needed. Denver was worn down by the end of that OKC series. You could see it. And depth was a strength for each of the conference finals.
Here's Malone taking a look at his numbers, averaging about 11 a game.
You won't see that from him very often, missing the bunny like that.
Jokic passes to Cunningham. Now here's Holmgren. It's Edwards on the wing. Here's Jokic. Good. The assist goes to Edwards.
And I love their energy so far. They're now 4 for 4 from the field.
Johnson passes to Bryant. And here is Thompson. Pass to Bryant. Fires the 3. That shot is off.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
And it's out of bounds. Still Chicago's ball. Now that we're into November, let's see how the Eastern Conference standings are shaken out. You look at the Bulls, currently 7th in the conference, hoping to string together some more wins.
Checking out Chicago, they're really doing their best to rise through the rankings. Time will tell whether they can pull it off.
You know, it's really hard to figure out exactly what's been missing, but there is something missing. It perhaps could be the system they're playing in.
Just their first miss of the night. They've been aggressive, and they've been proficient.
Strong effort that time, producing the best look possible.
And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for Chicago. 4-point game. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Denver. Holmgren with a screen on Thompson. Bryant against Edwards. Clock at 6. Shoots over Bryant. Edwards, no good.
Analytics already don't favor the mid-range jumper, let alone against exceptional defense.
Here's Bryant. Chicago grabs the miss. They defeated Utah in their last game.
And guys, those road games are never easy. But they had a solid strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Yeah, you know, game balls all around in that one. A terrific team effort. They trusted in their system and executed well to get the win.
Chicago leading by 6. Clark last year. Jokic.
Oh, wow. Oh, watch out below.
Big finish.
Oh, doctor. Oh, my goodness. Anthony Edwards throwing it down with force. Get this guy in the dunk contest.
And David Adelman wants a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Irving's checked in for Denver. Mitchell comes in for Johnson. Chicago making a switch here. So it's Denver now, trailing by 8. Bryant outside. To the inside, O'Neal, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Boy, an immovable, unstoppable force around the rim. You don't want to be on the receiving end of a Shaq attack.
Edwards for 3. He drops it from range. Edwards got 5.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Mitchell, the pass to Malone. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Down low. Here's Holmgren. And the big finish by Holmgren.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Now here's Mitchell. Still no points. Inside. 5 on the clock. Edwards with it. Irving picks him up. No luck on that one. Excellent D there from Bryant. Nuggets trail by 11. Irving, the pass to Mitchell. 29 seconds left in the first quarter here. Here's Malone. That one falls. He's now 1 for 3.
Especially down low, the incredible scoring mailman, Karl Malone, does his work.
Outside Payton. Pass to Edwards. Here's Jokic. And rejected. And so it's the Chicago Bulls with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. We'll be back in a moment. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And from what we've seen from Chicago, what's your take so far?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
And so in the game for the Bulls, they've got Bam Adebayo. He's out there with Alperen Sengun. And it's Brown in at the 3, small forward. Now here's Johnson. He chipped in with 13 points in his last game. Back to Mitchell. Shoots. It's rebounded by Sengun.
He will not be happy with himself. Got a good look from mid-range there.
Payton finds Sengun. Chicago passing it around. Pass to Adebayo. Takes a 3. Nails it from 3. Adebayo's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. 9-point game. When this game is done, they'll be off to New Orleans as they take on the Pelicans. That'll be the first leg of just a 2-game trip for them. Thompson, he's checked in for the Nuggets. And a change for the Bulls. Cunningham's checked in for Payton. Here's Mitchell. Pass to Siakam. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Cunningham. Looking back at the start of his career, Siakam only took a year or two to make his mark.
And, you know, B.A., he's just the kind of guy we love watching play. I mean, you know what you're going to get from him every night. Tremendous effort and the ability to impact the game at both ends. He's consistent, reliable, steady, and he can be explosive at the offensive end.
So it's Chicago now, following the score by Denver. Sengun passes to Cunningham. Yes, and it's Sengun picking up the assist. Cunningham's got his first points of the night.
Well, they count on big-time production from him at the offensive end.
Here's Mitchell. Mitchell down low.
And standing just 6'1", amazing how effective Mitchell is attacking the paint.
Here's West, covered by Johnson. West misses. Nuggets trail by 7. Here's Mitchell. Kicks it out to Siakam. Off the mark there with a 3. For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. They get it again. Bam! Drops the hammer.
A tireless worker at both ends. Adebayo imposing his will that time on the offensive glass.
Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by. Here's Johnson. The shot's good. And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Right around the quarter mark of the season, Clark, rookies seem to be finding their footing out there.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. Every rookie is a little different, but usually around the quarter pole of the season, you start to get a feel for how you need to go about your work. It's a tough adjustment, but once it locks in, you're on your way.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. Plenty of pressure for a player like Cade Cunningham, asked to shoulder the load. He said, that's what I asked for, to be in the NBA, to be in these moments. I try not to shy away from them. He practices meditation, and he says it's really helped me. Anytime I need to just reset, I can do it. Back to you, Brian.
Able to dial it in. Okay, thanks for the report, Allie. Now here's Cunningham. Pass to Jokic. In the paint. Jokic going off.
Jokic doing a nice job on the screen. Solidly set, then rolls to the perfect spot for the score.
Bryant against Edwards.
2 minutes remaining in the first set. 2 minutes.
Bryant outside. Jokic grabs the board. Jokic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Outside Adebayo. Cunningham outside. Pass to Jokic. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Hey, night in and night out, Jokic is taking and relishing the contact.
Chicago shooting their first foul shots of the night.
2 shots.
Free throw drops for Jokic. Pascal Siakam, he's checked in for Denver. Irving comes in for Johnson, then for Chicago. Şengün comes in for Adebayo. And Payton is subbed in for Brown. And Jokic drops them both.
Making shots at the line. You need a good routine, and he certainly has one.
Outside Irving. Pass to Siakam. 6 to shoot. Out to the wing. Here's Malone. It's good. And give the assist to Siakam. Malone's got his second basket on the night.
Hey, you know, something that separates Malone from other fours, he's got a sweet jumper, which can draw defenders out of the lane, opening up things for Malone and his teammates.
Nuggets trail by 11. Thompson passes to Bryant. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Cade Cunningham picks that one up.
Well, that's just a heads-up play. Kobe doing a really good job drawing the foul and still getting the shot off.
A different look for Denver. O'Neal, he's checked in for Pascal Siakam. And it's Johnson in for Irving. Holmgren, he's checked in for Chicago. Brown comes in for Payton. And both free throws good for Bryant.
The competitiveness and tenacity of Kobe Bryant are really something to behold. He never seems satisfied with his own play, always trying to get a little more out of himself.
Jokic, and here's Brown for 3. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. Pass to Cunningham. Shoots over Johnson. And Cunningham gets it to go. On the assist from Brown. Brown's got 3 assists tonight. To the paint. Here's O'Neal. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Way too strong down low. O'Neal, a dominant force near the basket.
Cunningham against Johnson. Holmgren outside. Pass to Brown. Jokic with a screen on Thompson. Now Jokic. The 3 ball. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. The clock runs out, and we are headed to halftime. It's the Bulls up by 9. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Please direct your attention
the center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot.
Thanks for joining us through the first half.
If they think they'll win with this kind of defense, they're tripping. When you give up that many good shots, it fuels your opponent's fire.
You're like gasoline on a flame, I'd say. And with a moment here, time to give our compliments to the players of the week. In the West, LaMelo Ball.
Well, LaMelo's been incredible. I'll tell you, he has been an elite scorer and passer who can single-handedly dictate the pace of the game, Shaq.
And when it comes to this award, it doesn't hurt that he got that razzle-dazzle to his game.
That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Chet Holmgren with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And in the first half, he dominated in the post. He got the looks he wanted and was able to execute.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Johnson is out there with Kobe Bryant. Then it's Klay Thompson. And it's Malone in at the power forward position. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
I really believe we can go ahead now and lock Klay Thompson in on the short list of the greatest pull-up shooters in the NBA. And we might be talking the all-time list here.
Drains the three while he's being fouled. And he might be able to make this a four-point play. Grant, the thing about Jaylen Brown, he doesn't need a lot of space to get his shot off.
You know, B.A., he has a quick release and rises high on his jumper. Has a great up fake and can stop on a dime. Usually all the space he needs to find his shot.
O'Neal misses.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. As a result, they've got a big lead.
Inside and out of bounds. It'll be Chicago ball. Let's take a look at the best rebounders around the league. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Cunningham looking around. It's Edwards on the wing. Over Bryant. 6 on the shot clock. That one rolls around and rims out. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. Trailing by 10 to the middle. Here's O'Neal. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Look at Johnson shaking up the defense with the pick and roll. Moving the pieces around like a chess player to find the right play.
Cunningham against Johnson. Cunningham passes to Jokic. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Denver Nuggets. On Wednesday, they'll start out on the road to play the Pelicans in New Orleans. And then on Friday, they'll go up against Tyrese Halliburton and the Houston Rockets.
What a great opportunity for this team to take a step forward. They have some tough road games coming up, and that kind of stretch can bring a team together. Winning some of these games would be huge for their overall confidence. They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. He might have seen something he needs to review with his guys. Pass to Jokic. Outside Edwards. Brown passes to Jokic. Shot clock at 6. Got a piece of it.
Nice timing on that rejection from Shaq, demonstrating why you got to take him seriously as a defensive player when he's lurking near the bucket inside.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
Cunningham against Johnson. Pass to Bryant. Soft touch off the glass. And now just a 3-point Bulls lead.
This just proves how tough Kobe is. Rushing off the defense inside, a no-brainer.
Now here's Jokic. Rebounded by Denver. O'Neal's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Despite his struggles to heat up and get going, the lead still remains intact.
Up top, Bryant, guarded by Edwards. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. And Denver making a change here. Irving's checked in. Payton's checked in for Chicago. Chicago leading by 3. Outside Edwards. To the inside. It's stolen by Irving. Fires from the wing. Again, Denver scores. And you might think the toughest picks are set by the bruisers. But some say the shooters actually set the best screens. Why is that?
Well, the guy guarding a shooter doesn't want to leave their side. So when they screen you, you get no help. Yeah, it's just too easy for Hungry. Man, is he fun to watch operate off the catch.
Malone can't get it to go. Chicago's got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. Brown with it. Jokic with a screen on Irving. Brown passes to Jokic. Clock at 6. Launches a 3. Brown, no good. Nuggets trail by 4. Here's Irving. And Irving powers it home.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Well, it starts with defense. They got some stops, scored some buckets after that, and now we've got ourselves a ball game.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Every team in the new NBA wants to be on this list. The sharpshooters from three-point range. Fourth, the Bulls.
Instead of just bombing away, they work hard to create good looks from beyond the arc.
A minute 29 left in the third quarter. Here's West. Checked by Mitchell. West misses.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Back to Siakam. Siakam gets doubled. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. 4 on the clock. And here's Bryant outside. Hey, shooting the ball well. He's 5 for 9 in the game.
I just love the ball movement.
Chicago trailing here. Outside Payton. There's 37 seconds left in the third. 6 on the shot clock. Brown. Doesn't go that time. Excellent D there from Bryant. Shoots over Brown. Again, Denver scores.
His efficiency has been a big factor in helping them capture this lead.
Outside Payton. There's a screen. Pass to Jokic. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Nuggets ahead. They lead by 3. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And so in the game for the Bulls, Bam Adebayo is out there with Alperen Sengun. Then there's Cade Cunningham. Then there's Edwards. And it's West in at the point guard position. The Nuggets lead by 3. On the wing, Thompson. He's watched by Cunningham. Mitchell, the pass to Malone. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Love the physical play from Malone, forcing the defender into a tough situation and drawing the whistle.
And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Denver.
Yeah, they've done a great job of challenging every shot they can. Their totals in the block column are a result of that aggression.
The shooting's been great, but also how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
That one's off.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you wanted the template for the perfect power forward, it might be Karl Malone. I mean, he's got everything you want in a four-man.
Pascal Siakam, he's checked in for Wallace. Clowney, he's checked in for Chicago. And he sinks the second.
And though he let one get away, he pushed this to a 2-possession lead.
Here's West. Checked by Mitchell. And out of bounds. Denver will have it.
Honestly, I have no idea what happened right there. That was wild.
Jonathan Kuminga, he's checked in for Chicago. Denver leading by 4. Here's Mitchell. And he lobs it up. Leave it up high. Siakam hammers it home.
With a 7'3" wingspan and a 33-inch vertical, it's safe to say Siakam is as dangerous a lob threat as there is.
Outside Edwards. Sengun, a screen on Irving. Pass to West. Over Mitchell. West misses.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
Mitchell deciding where to go with it. For 3. It's rebounded by Sengun. Bulls trail by 6. Pass to Edwards. Here's West. Down low. Here's Sengun. And Sengun throw it down.
How about the bounce ability of Sengun? Getting himself way up there.
Outside Mitchell. Here's Malone, defended by Sengun. Here's Malone to the inside. Here's Thompson. Comes up empty down low.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing him get bottled up like that. Wow.
Edwards, a pass to Sengun. Outside Kuminga. From deep. Cranes the triple. And now just a 1-point Denver lead.
And he doesn't take many threes, but don't give Kuminga a reason to shoot from downtown.
And we've got a timeout from David Adelman. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. Different look for Denver. O'Neal, he's checked in for Pascal Siakam. Bryant comes in for Irving. And it's Johnson in for Donovan Mitchell. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what the Nuggets coach was going over with his team. Coach was blunt with his assessment. He said to throw out everything that happened until now. It is a brand new game, and it's only a few minutes. Leave it out on the floor. Back to you guys.
Thank you for that, Allie. And the first one at the line is good.
At the line for Denver, Kobe Bryant. Taking 2 shots.
And both free throws good for Bryant. Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. Edwards against Bryant. Outside Holmgren. Outside Edwards. 6 to shoot. Yes, sir! From 13 feet.
At every level, Edwards has been the go-to guy for his team. It's in his DNA.
Outside Thompson. Now Johnson.
Ooh, he jammed it. Big bucket from a big man. Shaq is special.
The Bulls trail by 3. Now here's Cunningham. It's picked off. Here's a floater, and that's how you get it to go inside.
Coming alive in a big situation. Buckets like this is why Magic Johnson is called Magic Johnson.
Now here's Cunningham. Jokic. It's deflected. And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth quarter. Outside O'Neal. Jokic with a rebound.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Bucket! Straight in!
That's just a high IQ pass by Magic. Knew exactly when and where to move the rock.
And we'll have a timeout call by Billy Donovan, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. Thompson against Brown. Jokic. Oh, no good on the layup. The Nuggets lead by 7. Outside Johnson. Let's loose for 3. Up again. Oh, he rips it down off the miss.
You know, even when you try to box out Shaq, he's still capable of grabbing the board. He's really just a hard, difficult matchup.
Here's Jokic. Owning the post right there. Now Bryant. Don't do anything silly. Just ride out the clock.
Yes, if they take their time and execute, the game is all theirs. Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Now here's Jokic. Here's Cunningham. Holmgren with a screen on Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. Edwards misses the 3. So the Nuggets win it. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yes, so true. They put on a show here at home, and I really think they had that extra swagger and confidence, too.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Art Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching, and time to present our player of the game.
like respect me from Brooklyn to Compton. I was born in 78. Never been a quitter. 2 years ahead of my time. I'm a 76er. They my sons. We some trailblazers, you heard? A bunch of kings floating in them Bentley Spurs. Pat Pulse, way more than just a rapper. Swoop down and snatch my prey like a raptor. Used to shop at Jimmy Jazz. I'm different. Y'all some cowardly lions eager to meet the wizard. Playing basketball. Playing basketball. Playing basketball. Basketball.
Yeah, please don't die for my heavy feet. Just they help me sleep. I do it like she'll never ever get a ring from me. On my line, like we gotta talk. I don't know what I done, but it can't be deep. Send her, I know it costs, but it can't be cheap. I think that she want me for me. Oh, I might love, then yeah. Quiet it down, I ain't lying to y'all. You get prioritized if it's profit involved. Tired of y'all, I ain't flying with y'all. I force the quiet out. No, I ain't going for it. No.
And both sides on the floor getting ready for the game ahead. It's almost that time. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, I'm Kevin Harlan. Allie LaForce will be our reporter tonight on the sideline. Here's a look at some of the stats for him.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games. And he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Tracy McGrady is out there with Jordan. Then it's Garnett. Then it's Anthony. And it's Wembanyama in at the 5. And for the Bucks, Wade out there with Robertson. Then it's Kareem. Then it's Elijah Wan. And it's Leonard in at the 3. GA, I've heard coaches talk about slicing the NBA schedule into 10-game increments. Is that something that you recall when you played?
Well, keeping focused on portions of a long season can keep players focused, especially during road trips. Big goals are reached through small steps.
Pass to Robertson for the 3. That falls. Nice speed that time from Leonard.
And generally, Robertson's a guy that likes to play free throw line and below, but here's a time where he steps out and launches from beyond.
Now, here is McGrady. Turned in an outstanding game against Atlanta. About a minute played so far here in the first. 16 feet away, and it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
Totally dialed in. Leonard makes quick work from that mid-range.
Jordan passes to McGrady. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Look, he's the kind of player that has you awake at 3 a.m. asking yourself, how do I stop that?
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to spend a few minutes with Doc Rivers. Well, no surprise, we started chatting about Victor Wembanyama, and I asked what the plan was there, and Coach said with a shrug, stay on him and hope for the best. What can you do? So still no magic answers for how to slow down a unique threat like Wemby on the floor. Back to you.
Thank you, Allie.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
Pass to Wade. And there's the call on Michael Jordan. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Wade against Jordan. Wade gets the bucket.
And the coaching staff has to be happy with how they've shot the ball here early on.
The Pistons have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Pass to Garnett. Robertson against McGrady. From deep three-point land. Rebound by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing. And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Now here's Anthony. Last game he had 13. Wembanyama sets a screen for Anthony. It's stolen by Abdul-Jabbar. Here's Wade. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
The shots are certainly falling for him here in the early stages.
McGrady kicks to Garnett. Pass to Anthony. Goes up from the top of the key. It's good. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Wade outside. Back to Robertson. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Bangs home the trifecta. Leonard's got 7 points in the game.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's ready to talk things through with them. Paul Pierce is checked in for Milwaukee. Wilkins comes in for Robertson. Detroit also making some changes. Griffin's checked in for Garnett. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Anthony. Wilkins against Jordan. It's Wembanyama, top of the key. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Showing he's more than just an interior threat. Wembanyama also possesses that reliable jump shot.
Played good.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Pass to Wembanyama. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to go on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Maybe the most hyped teenager since LeBron James. Wembanyama is the poster child for upside.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
Here's Wade, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And there are so many reasons to be a fan of Wade's. This young man's ceiling is sky high.
Olajuwon's checked in for Milwaukee. And then for Detroit, Weber comes in for Victor Wembanyama. And Anthony subbed in for Michael Jordan. Now, here is McGrady. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. McGrady with the ball. He's defended by Wilkins. A shot by McGrady, no good. So for the Pistons, their last game, a win against Atlanta.
Yeah, they were able to maintain focus in a hostile environment, and that led to taking shots that made sense.
Well, and it's one thing to get the shots you want. It's another to make them. They've got good scorers on this team.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter's feel, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here is Olajuwon. Hasn't made one yet. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Wilkins. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Pistons trail by 7. Pass to Rose.
And already, Rose may be the most athletic point guard in the league. Amazing quickness to go with that leaping ability.
It's his first trip to the line.
Derrick Rose taking 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one.
And you gotta love watching Rose play the game. His intense style can be infectious out there, and I think it really does elevate his teammates.
And he's good on the second. There's 10 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Wilkins with a screen on Rose. Here's Olajuwon. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Milwaukee on top, up 6. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they've dictated the pace to this point, looking to run at every opportunity.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second quarter. We've got Williams. Derrick Rose is out there with Anthony. Then it's Weber, and it's Griffin in at the power forward. Now, here's Olajuwon, following the miss by Derrick Rose. Olajuwon against Weber. Olajuwon, no good.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now, here's Anthony. He's provided them with some scoring punch and is averaging 13 points a game. Rose passes to Williams. 4 on the clock. 3-pointer. Dominique Wilkins comes up with the rebound. Outside, Pierce. Not going to go that time. And Anthony's got the ball here for the Pistons. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Bucks leading by 6. Wilkins in the post. Covered by Anthony. And Wilkins slams it in.
And he just possesses that ability to wow the crowd every time he steps on the hardwood. They don't call him the human highlight for nothing.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. And some changes here for the Bucks. Abdul-Jabbar's checked in for Mourning. And it's Robertson in for Clarkson. And then for Detroit, Garnett, he's checked in for Weber. And Tracy McGrady subbed in for Blake Griffin. Now, here is McGrady. 5 points in the game. Robertson with it. Abdul-Jabbar up top. Pass to Olajuwon. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Outside, Pierce. Olajuwon kicks to Wilkins. Fires from deep. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. And Kareem throws it down.
And not much you can do defensively once Kareem gets the ball in that close. Too much height, too much talent.
Lob pass to Garnett. Stolen by Wilkins. Over McGrady. And here's Robertson outside. Good, and the nice assist from Wilkins. Robertson's got the lead up to 13 now for Milwaukee. On the wing, Tracy McGrady. Rose kicks to Williams. Will it go? And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Anthony's got his second bucket of the night. And we've heard some coaches complaining about players getting away with traveling. Is that something, Greg, the league needs to clean up?
Well, it's inevitable that a few of those calls are going to be missed. But listen, you'd rather have that than officials whistling travels that didn't happen.
And the Bucks with some changes. Mourning comes in for Olajuwon. And it's Wade in for Paul Pierce. And then for Detroit, Weber, he's checked in for Anthony. Jordan comes in for Jalen Williams. Davis is subbed in for Derrick Rose.
And now, let's take a look at Dwayne Wade. Over the last month, getting it done. He's putting up 13 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. Fantastic totals for him across the board. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps rolling.
Yeah, and make no mistake, we're watching a special guy here, and his numbers only tell a fraction of the story.
Jalen Williams is checked in for the Pistons.
And how about the power there from KG? He can fly with the best of them.
Abdul-Jabbar on the wing. Over Garnett. The shot by Abdul-Jabbar, no good.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Wilkins kicks to Robertson. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Over Garnett. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Pistons trail by 11. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thank you. Commissioner Silver talked about health, and he said that some of the injuries that our young players are experiencing are overuse injuries. In earlier eras, players in school participated in different sports depending on the season. He said perhaps a return to that approach is warranted. Back to you guys.
Interesting thought. Okay, Allie, we thank you. Detroit with the rebound, and this is the first season matchup for them against this Milwaukee team. To the inside, and stolen by Mourning. Wilkins surveying the defense. Here's the teardrop. Mourning can't make it work. Detroit's gone 0-2 from deep here in the... Whoa! Garnett playing well above the rim.
Oh, nice dish by Williams. An aspect of his game that's sometimes overlooked, but Jalen is really good at making the right read.
Wilkins kicks to Robertson. And here we go. Jordan going to the hoop. And Jordan throws it down.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
Well, with all the momentum they've built up, I don't see this run stopping anytime soon.
Now here's Robertson. 8 points for him. Back to Abdul-Jabbar. Just 5 on the clock. And just miss after miss right now.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Williams' shot is off. Wilkins outside. Over Williams. Up again. And no good in the last second attempt this time. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Bucks lead by 5. And let's hear from Allie LaForce, who joins us from the sidelines. Allie?
On the court now with J.B. Bickerstaff. Coach, as we approach the second half, what's going to be the deciding factor?
Just maintain. I think there were some things defensively that we left on the table where we gave up some cheap ones because we didn't communicate.
Thanks, Allie. Much appreciated. Halftime now, and we'll be back to get the third quarter underway in just a moment.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so's our breakdown of the upcoming schedule. Let's check it out. Fellas, what stands out to you about this schedule?
Man, I don't have time to be thinking about their schedule. I got my own schedule to worry about.
What?
So let's dig into that first half now, and what was a very solid performance for the Bucks. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Oscar Robertson with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
And so it's Detroit with the ball, trailing by 5. Next game, they'll take on the Pacers in Indianapolis at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. Olajuwon is out there with Abdul-Jabbar. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Robertson. And it's Wade in at shooting guard. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Here's Robertson. Wade outside. Pass to Leonard. Fires the 3. The shot, no good. Pistons trail by 3. Inside, Anthony. Good, and it's Jordan picking up the assist. Jordan's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Second half rolling along now. About a minute play here. Here's Wade. Abdul-Jabbar, a screen on Jordan. Here's Wade. Wade inside.
Great IQ from the young Wade. Decided to keep it, and it paid off.
Anthony against Leonard. And the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut down to just 1 on the basket from Anthony.
They are on fire to start this second half. 3 for 3 and looking totally in sync.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. These are the teams that have been really dominant in the paint so far this season. The Bucks second.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
Milwaukee's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Leonard, that's for 2. Nails the wide-open jump shot. Leonard's got 9.
You set him up more often than not. Leonard will knock him down.
Leonard against Anthony. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
A lights-out scorer who possesses incredible confidence. Anthony is such a skilled and explosive player.
That free throw good from Anthony. Both free throws good from Anthony. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. And here is Robertson. He's got 8. Outside Leonard. Beyond the arc. Kawhi drills the three-pointer.
This is how dominant Leonard can be. And once he finds his comfort zone, he keeps his foot on the gas.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Hakeem Olajuwon. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's McGrady. That's good. And so Garnett with the assists. McGrady's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Wade on the wing. Guarded by Jordan. The shot by Wade, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Leonard against Anthony. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For the lead. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Milwaukee in the lead. Wade outside. There's a good screen. Outside Leonard. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
This team relies on that shot from Kawhi.
3rd quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Pass to McGrady. To the middle. Oh, too easy for Wembanyama.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
And here's Leonard from 3. Excellent D there from Anthony. And so it's Garnett who brings up the ball for the Detroit Pistons. A 2-point game. Here's Wembanyama. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Milwaukee's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. At the elbow, it's Abdul-Jabbar. Pass to Leonard. And Anthony sends it back.
He works so hard on the defensive end. Anthony proving to be a difference maker.
Well, he saw the defender back, and he got the look he liked from 3 and capitalized.
And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
You know what time it is, Fox fans. Give it up for your 4-on-4 crew. Some changes here for the Bucks. Warnings checked in for Abdul-Jabbar. Pierce comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And Wilkins subbed in for Robertson. Then for the Pistons, Weber, he's checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Griffin comes in for Garnett. And it's Rose in for Tracy McGrady. .111 left in the third quarter of the game. Mourning dishes to Pierce. Pass to Wade. 5 on the clock. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals. 5 for 8 in the game.
Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
And stolen by Elijah Wan. He lobs it up. Jordan with the steal. Outside Rose. Back to Jordan. Over Wilkins. And it's Jordan. That time on the assist by Rose. Jordan's got the lead up to 1 now for the Pistons. Wade feeling it out a bit. Corning a screen on Rose. Pass to Mourning. The 11-footer. That's good on the jump shot.
Oh, that's a high IQ play from such a young player. Wade found his man easily off the screen.
Here's Jordan. And there's the call on Michael Jordan. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, way to stand your ground. Had his feet set, took the hit, and got the call. That is a rugged defensive play.
Fires from way outside. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Milwaukee on top, leading by just 1. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter form.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. Williams is out there with Griffin. Then it's Tracy McGrady. Then it's Garnett. And it's Rose in at the point.
To the lineup for Milwaukee, number 0, Ryan Dunn.
Towns, a screen on Rose. Robertson kicks to Towns. That's good. And Robertson with the assist. Robertson's got 3 assists in the game. McGrady outside. The rebound by Pierce. Bucks leading by 4. Robertson outside. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Up and in on the layup.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Meeting the defense with power, McGrady holds nothing back and finishes in motion.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for Milwaukee.
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep. And until the defense offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
And you can't ignore their passing. All game long, they've done a great job of just delivering the ball in rhythm right where it needs to be.
Hatchimer is checked in for Milwaukee. Mix checked in for Detroit. And McGrady drops them both.
In watching McGrady, you see the length and athleticism. He's a matchup nightmare for most teams.
Abdul-Jabbar, a screen on Rose. Robertson outside. Shot clock at 5. Abdul-Jabbar passes to Robertson from about 19 feet. And the rebound goes to the Pistons. Garnett's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Tries it from 19. The shot by Pierce will not go. Pistons trail by 4. McGrady passes to Rose. Now here's Garnett. Lob pass to Garnett. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. And so it's Pierce with it. He brings it up for the Bucks. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Towns sets the pick for Pierce. Clock is at 3.
And we know Pierce has the jumper, but you can also pound it inside with him.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Kawhi Leonard checked in for the Bucks. Wade comes in for Karl Anthony Towns. Then for the Pistons, Victor Wembanyama is checked in for Mix. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Jalen Williams. And it's Jordan in for Derrick Rose. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers' huddle. He applauded their shooting and their shot selection, saying, we're taking the right threes, not forcing anything. Keep doing that, and they'll continue to fall. Makes the game easy, doesn't it?
All right, Allie, thanks. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And that is a huge block. Given how close this game is, a stop like that was right on point.
Olajuwon's checked in for Paul Pierce.
Hakeem Olajuwon.
5 to shoot, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Olajuwon.
Yeah, you love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Here's Wembanyama. Good. And it's McGrady who picks up the assist. McGrady's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Milwaukee's gotten 2/3 of their three-pointers to fall tonight. They're 6 of 9 overall. Here's Wade. Now Leonard. Wembanyama rips down the rebound. And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for Detroit. A 2-point game. Now Garnett. It's deflected. To tie it up. Rebounded by Abdul-Jabbar. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the 4th quarter. Leonard against Anthony. Robertson outside. Fires from way outside. No good.
They better clear a spot on the bench for him because that's where he's headed if he continues to take shots like that.
Yeah, you have to understand what you're good at and play within yourself. He just did the opposite.
And Anthony sends it back. Here's Jordan. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Olajuwon inside. Working on Garnett. Garnett with the block. Abdul-Jabbar.
Even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Shoot 2.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he ends up making the second, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
Wade, a screen on him. Olajuwon against Garnett.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. And he does get the second one. And that brings them within 2 here. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Garnett against Olajuwon. Wembanyama reels it in. Jordan. It's good.
Yeah, I'd call this ideal scoring distance. It's almost too easy.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. can't get the three. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. They've got Jordan. Garnett is out there with Wembanyama. Then it's Anthony. And it's McGrady in at the point guard position. Six on the shot clock. To take the lead. That shot, no good.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Robertson outside, and the call will be against Kevin Garnett. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Robertson against McGrady. Wade outside. Just 5 to shoot.
Lockdown D. When Jordan really gets after it, his athleticism can be overwhelming.
We're just over a minute into overtime here. And that won't go. Missing the go-ahead basket. Wade, that one is off. This is shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. Oh, the slam dunk.
Well, McGrady has an impressive vertical there, showing once again with how well he dunks the basketball.
Oh, the tenacity of KG.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
A quick pass leads him right to the rack.
How about the killer pull of Olajuwon? Loves to put the team on his back when the game gets tight.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Is checked in for the Pistons. The Pistons leading. Now Jordan. 16 feet away. Rebounded by Abdul-Jabbar. The The Bucks have gone 1 of 3 from the floor since the start of overtime. That does not go. The Pistons have gone 2 of 5 on.
Oh, whoa! That's just unfair.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Going for the jugular. A few more trips like that, and we might be able to see this one in the books.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. There's the screen. Olajuwon on the wing. Covered by Anthony. And here we go, Anthony into the hoop. The dunk to punctuate.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And that one is good.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for Detroit, Michael Jordan. At the line for 2. 2
stops. Last on the first.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Timeout called, the Bucks. They're trailing by 8. What do you think, guys?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
Well, I've been in this spot more times than I'd like to admit. All you can do is tell your guys to hold their heads up and finish strong.
Leonard inside, covered by Anthony.
And guys, overtime not nearly as competitive as regulation. They used up all their energy just getting it to overtime.
And so the Pistons take the win. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
What a ride. I mean, I thought it might end in regulation, but you know what? They came through big and did exactly what was necessary once we got into OT.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Here with Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, signing off for this presentation of NBA basketball. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Kevin Garnett.
Chumba.